Hi everyone, LuLaRoe Alex Silverman here, and I am not nearly as good at doing these videos as my husband is, but I will sure try, and I have plenty of good notes. But wanted to talk to you today about my journey to LuLaRoe and everything that I've experienced since then. So, and I'm sorry, I have a cold too. So I remember it was a Friday evening and I was scrolling through Pinterest. We were probably watching baseball or something on TV, and I love fashion, I love styling, and a post came across my feed with the LuLaRoe Amelia dress. So I clicked on the picture like any interested person would, and the link was dead, so I was a little frustrated, but I googled LuLaRoe Amelia dress and got about a zillion results. So I went to the LuLaRoe website and became very discouraged because I couldn't figure out how to buy this amazing dress I saw on Pinterest. So I remember that a friend of mine, Mona Davis, had posted a picture of her LuLaRoe leggings on Instagram. And so I reached out to her, and that evening we messaged back and forth at the same time that I was Googling and Pinteresting the heck out of what LuLaRoe was. I thought I was pretty familiar with most brands, but somehow not this one. So I did a lot of reading and research and chatting with Mona that night. My husband also says I say a lot too. That's because I'm trying to think. So during this time, I was really struggling with what my purpose in life was and what I was supposed to be doing, trying to figure out why I wasn't happy. I am very blessed. I have an amazing family, a loving husband, wonderful girls, a nice home, nice things, great job, nothing that a normal person should worry about. So I felt like a crazy person. How could I have a problem at all? So I began to try to fill my life with a lot of different things and quickly discovered that there is truth that money cannot buy happiness. Things don't fulfill that void that you have. So after the last Nordstrom's anniversary sale, where I literally spent thousands of dollars in a matter of minutes on things I really didn't need or want, even though society told me that I needed them, and if I wore just the right clothes or shoes or had the it handbag of the moment, that I too would be as happy as those, on the fashion blogs that I read religiously every day. So sorry to burst your bubble if you're watching this. It didn't work. I purchased, one of my most expensive purchases during this time was a $3,000 handbag, and it didn't make me happy. It actually made me kind of sad. Oh wow, I should have turned my phone off too. So I started reading a lot of books that said that they would tell me the secret to being happy. All the while became a little bit more depressed. And again, how can this be? I had everything, or at least on paper and in my closet, I had everything. Something was definitely wrong with me. And I really needed to figure out why that was and how I could fix it. I'm a fixer. So in come the Amelia dress Pinterest post, and I started reading everything I could about LuLaRoe, watching YouTube, stalking Instagram. I became intrigued. Okay, this could be fun, and maybe it will make me happy to sell these fun clothes as a hobby. Disclaimer, I still could not understand what the big deal was with the leggings. I mean, I only wore leggings to work out, or maybe under a tunic in the winter, but none of these crazy pattern looking ones. I mean, sushi or fries and milkshakes. Really didn't see myself in those, and was kind of thinking, wow, this is kind of crazy that people are so enthusiastic about these leggings. So like that, I decided to just sign up and sell LuLaRoe, even before I ever tried a piece of this clothing on. So I signed up, and then I was told I would have 8 to 12 weeks to quote unquote onboard. Seriously? What? That's crazy. I wanted to do this now. What was going to save me now? I was drowning, and this was my ideal lifesaver. So okay, fine. It is what it is. And so I figured I should probably order some LuLaRoe. So I did that online, and I got lucky with the sizing. Make sure you go try on your LuLaRoe. I highly suggest that because I have different sizes in all the different styles. So I digress. So a few days later, I got the pieces of LuLaRoe that I had ordered, and I was pleasantly surprised. So the Amelia, it fit just as good as my $300 theory dresses, designer dresses that I had bought and never worn. Some of them I still have the tags on. Again, very sad, won't make you happy. So I tried it on, and it was super comfortable. I could breathe. I didn't have to wear any Spanx. It had pockets, which as a mom and somebody who works and runs around all day long, pockets are crucial. They are great. They are a great invention. Now I know why men have pockets on all of their clothing. And it was machine washable. Again, having a toddler that runs around with greasy, sticky, slimy hands, you don't want to tell her to go away, don't touch mommy. But with a lot of my work clothing that was dry clean only, I literally would run away from her, or as soon as I got home, the first thing I did was run and change clothes into some grubby clothes, because I knew that those greasy little sticky, slimy, whatever concoction is on toddler's hands was going to be on that very expensive dress and probably wasn't going to come out. Again, machine washable. Oh my goodness, that's awesome. And then, so I tried on the Amelia dress, again, was pleasantly surprised and just wondering, why did someone never tell me about these fabulous clothes? So knowing me, again, I had a shopping problem. I thought that would solve all of my problems, was to buy more things to fulfill that void. And so I purchased other items too. So I tried on the LuLaRoe infamous maxi skirt, the thing that everybody was talking about, that's how LuLaRoe got started. So the only thing that I remember about maxi skirts was back in the 1990s when my Nana would make these maxi broomstick skirts. Do you remember those? That you take them and then you roll them up, and then they would have kind of that wrinkly pseudo pleated look. And so I thought they were kind of frumpy, and that's what people wore that lived in the country, because my Nana lived in a small town, so I figured that wasn't very fashionable. But I put the LuLaRoe maxi skirt on that I had ordered, and it's freakishly weird how wearing the skirt made me feel like a princess. Kind of like when my girls put on their Disney princess costumes. So I had my maxi skirt on, and it was comfortable. It was beautiful. It has it's red with this beautiful rose pattern on it, which I didn't think I was going to like patterns. It was beautiful. The material hung just perfectly, and the wide band at the top, covered any insecurities that I had as a mother, which I'm sure many of you can relate to. And when I walked, it flowed around me just like a beautiful gown. I mean, I could walk up and down the stairs, and it just felt amazing. I don't even know, I hope I'm describing it right. So this was going to be fun. I like the clothes now. So I asked Mona what I needed to do while I was waiting in this queue to onboard. And so she sent me a list of 30 things that I needed to do, and my husband, with the engineer mind that he has, made this project plan Excel thingy. And being the person that I am, I knocked all that stuff off real quick. I have a sick fascination for getting everything done off my to-do list as fast as possible. So got it all done. Now what? So while I was waiting, I discovered that the home office of LuLaRoe sends you emails with different webinar trainings each week. And I was thinking in my head, okay, how hard could this be? They're just clothes. You show them to people, you sell them. They're awesome. That's it, right? It's pretty easy. And so when I started listening to some of these calls and webinars, these people sound a little nutty. These are way past the people that were excited about the French fry, milkshake, sushi, leggings. This was a whole another level of wow, okay. But each training, I try to be a good sport with an open mind, and this was going to be something that was going to be fun and fill up some time and make me happy, remember? So each training and webinar, we were given homework to do that included a reading list and access to the company's quote-unquote best practices, or what they call fashion fundamentals. which is a collection of videos from various renowned speakers, other LuLaRoe consultants, etc. So again, give me a to-do list and I'll get her done. And about 2 weeks into the queue, I got started with, accomplishing this new to-do list. So the first book that I was assigned to read was Leadership and Self-Deception. I don't have any self-deception. Little did I know I was in this thing called The Box. This book changed my life in the lens at which I now view life. Like I said, I was in The Box. If you haven't read the book, you need to go read the book, Leadership and Self-Deception. You'll learn about what the box is once you read the book. And I had to get out of the box. After I read that book, I did a lot of thinking and trying to figure out, how do I get out of this box that I created? How do I get away from the self-deception that I had? And so, being the good wife that I am, I gave my husband the book to read, thinking he would just roll his eyes and that would be that. But he didn't. He actually read the book, and we started talking about the book, and we started talking about the box, and we started talking about our lives, and just talking again, period. Really talking, not just about our days or jobs or items that were just on the surface, but really talking, an intimacy that we haven't had since probably before we were dating, which was 12 plus years ago. I know it's been a long time. So during that same time, I started knocking out everything to watch or read on the Fashion Fundamentals website, and one of the speakers was Simon Sinek. I'd never heard of him. I just clicked on it. It was one of the things I needed to do, was to watch, this video. And that was my first introduction to why. And again, being the good wife that I am, I had my husband watch it. We actually watched it together. I know, isn't that funny? And he actually paid attention and started to open his eyes too. There were other inspirational speakers and consultants that I watched and started to think, wow, this is a really neat company, but these are just anomalies. No normal humans could be that happy, especially about French fry leggings, or make that much money in 1 year, let alone in 1 month. And what I had just discovered prior to my journey was that money and things don't buy happiness. So how are these people that are making a good living, that have a lot of money, and are selling these crazy leggings, how are they so happy? What's their secret? So several weeks continue to pass by at an alarmingly slow rate. If you're in the queue right now, you know what I mean. This is worse than waiting for your firstborn child to be born. It is excruciating waiting, and I'm not a very patient person. So at this point, I was reading everything I could, watching everything I could find about this company, about the people who worked for it. I had drunk the Kool-Aid. When I first read the LuLaRoe mission statement, I thought, oh yeah, that's nice, bless lives, strengthen families. So, even if I never decided to go through with this adventure, this company and these people have already blessed my life and strengthened my family, and they probably will never know that. Hopefully, maybe they will see this video, or I will have the opportunity to meet them and thank them, because in the past 8 weeks, like I said, I have a cold. I have been able to mend relationships that were broken and strengthen them. I'm a happier person. I'm a better person. I'm a better mom. I'm a better wife. I'm a better daughter. I'm just a better human being. And I'm not lost anymore. I know what I want to do and how I'm going to do it. And most important, I know why. And I am so excited about it. I know, it doesn't sound like I'm just excited since I start crying. But that is my story. Or probably just the very beginning of my story with LuLaRoe. So, thank you for watching.